Hey guys, so I'm making this video because some people were wondering how my sand simulation game works. And if you don't know what that is, it's just this sand simulation project I made. And you can just spawn in some water and sand and that's about it. But some people are wondering how that works, so I'm going to explain it right now. So it's pretty simple. All we have is a node 2D that we called main, a tile set that we called world, and a timer. In the tile set, we have three tiles: bedrock, sand, and water in that order. And each tile's one cell, so only one pixel, I guess, each. Go to the node 2D on top and attach a script to it. And this is the code for it. Now, it looks like it's a lot, but it's actually pretty simple. A lot of the stuff here is repetitive, so copy and paste a lot. So right here is just the brush's size, which determines how big the pixels are when you draw. So if we upgrade this to I don't know, 10 or something, and run the game, it's going to be a lot bigger than normal. See, it's a lot thicker. But let's go back into the script. We're just going to keep that at whatever it's at before. These are the tiles IDs. So bedrock is 0, sand is 1, and water is 2. As you can see right here, they match up. And this is the ID for what's currently in the hand. So if this, since it's a 0, it's bedrock technically. But if we change it to 1 and run the game, it's going to be spawning sand. But we're going to keep that at 0 because that's what you normally would want to spawn with. This is just a reference to this tile map below you. In the ready function, all it calls is the loop tile set function at the very beginning of the game. In the loop tile set, all it does is gets the cells that are being used. So it gets the sand cells and the water cells. And then all it does is it loops through those cells and it gets the cell's index, so what type it is, and it just matches the cell index with whatever cell type you have. So sand or water is that what I have so far. And all it does is it checks below it. So for Godot, up is negative and down is positive for Y. So this is just checking if the one below you is empty, and it returns true if it is. Does the same for left, right, down left, and down right. And this just, if both right and left is empty, it will just randomize one of them so it's not always the same, it's slightly different. And this just gets the cell's type. So if the cell below you is water, basically, it will swap the positions because sand sinks in water. That's how physics work. And this just checks if nothing's below you, turn the current cell to empty, which is -1, and turn the cell below you to sand, which is pretty simple. It's like simulating gravity. And this just does the same, but with down left, so it would move you -1 to the left and +1 down, and it sets the current cell to empty as well, and same with the right side. Basically, it's the same thing with water, except it's not down left and down right. It checks down left and right, and the same thing with the randomization. And it's exactly the same with checking down below you. But this is just if left is empty, set current cell to 0, or empty basically, and set the cell left of you to water, and the same thing with right. This is just when the timer ends, it will loop through the tiles set. And these are some custom functions I made to make it a little bit easier to code. This just gets the cell's type wherever position's at. So if I put 0, 0 and there happens to be water there, it's going to return the water tile. And the same checking if it's empty. This is all just input right here, just easy quality of life stuff like escape and restart, which is just quitting and restarting the game. These are changing what's in your hand. So 0 is bedrock, 1 is sand, and 2 is water. Pretty self-explanatory. This is for input. It looks like it's a lot, but all this is just copy pasted. This is I have comments right here. It's the top left of the brush, top right, bottom left, bottom right. It's just, and this is just the eraser here as well. So we go into here and then we load it. We can just draw everything out and draw some sand, and it works as you would expect sand to work as well. If we go up back to bedrock by pressing 1, and then we go press 3 for water, we can spawn water as well. Now it gets a little bit laggy, but that's because it's not fully optimized yet. I'm still working on that, and I'll probably make a full tutorial for that later on. This is just me explaining the code a little bit more for people who want to make it and need an explanation. If you have any questions about it, just comment it below, I'll answer them. If we go into the project settings and we search up window, we take the resolution down a little bit and we close it. And now if we run it, it's going to be a lot smaller, but actually we need to change the brush size again to like 2. It's going to be a lot smaller, but it's going to be a lot like faster looking, as you can see. Make this a little bit bigger so we can add some water in here as well. So now you can see how it's working more, like all these tiles, like hey, both the left and right's empty. Let's just check it, and it randomizes it so they keep flowing like this. Now there's no way they're going to keep going like this because they can't go down at all. But if we put sand on top, that's not sand, right click is to delete, by the way. If we put sand, it's just going to sink to the very bottom because it swaps to positions. And yeah, right click is to delete, and I think this is just a nice little project I made. I haven't seen anyone made this in Godot yet. I've seen one person, but they didn't explain it at all. So I thought, hey, I'll make an explanation so people can make it themselves. If you want a full tutorial, like from step 1 to finish, just ask below. I'll think about making it. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.